Sports movies are a popular genre that can inspire, thrill, or make us laugh. But not all actors can pull off playing an athlete on the big screen. Some look like they were born to play the role, while others look like they never held a ball in their life. In this article, we will rank 20 actors who played movie athletes, from the best to the worst, based on their credibility, charisma, and skill. We will also look at some of the sources we used to make our list, such as Yardbarker, Carrot 1 Carrot, Brad Dixon, Squared Carrot, Screen Rant, Cubed Carrot, and IMDb. Carrot 4 Carrot. 1. Bull Durham 1988. Bull Durham is a romantic comedy sports film that depicts the love triangle between a veteran catcher, a rookie pitcher, and a baseball groupie. The film is partly based on the minor league baseball experiences of writer and director Ron Shelton, who played in the Baltimore Orioles farm system. The film stars Kevin Costner as Crash Davis, Susan Sarandon as Annie Savoy, and Tim Robbins as Ebby Calvin, Nuke, LaLoosh. The film explores the themes of baseball, romance, and philosophy, and features many memorable scenes and quotes.
And this is just, it was, I'll never forget the tagline of the movie. It was a major league love story in a minor league town. And that pretty much sums it up. This is a great and vivid sort of tone poem to the bus leagues and to a guy who's one guy, which is Crash Davis, who is at the end of his dream, if you will, to become a baseball player. And he loved it with a really understated passion that runs throughout the movie beautifully. And then you have Nuke LaLoosh, who's played by Tim Robbins, who has $1 million arm and a 10-cent head, as they say in the movie. And he is just callow youth. He appreciates nothing. And they both fall for the same woman, who's played by Susan Sarandon, who deserved every award that year. I don't know who won the Oscar that year, but they didn't deserve it. It should have been given to Susan Sarandon. It's one of the great female characters.
2. Field of Dreams 1989. Field of Dreams is a classic sports fantasy drama film that stars Kevin Costner as Ray Kinsella, a farmer who builds a baseball field in his cornfield that attracts the ghosts of baseball legends, including Shoeless Joe Jackson and the Chicago Black Sox. The film explores themes of family, faith, and redemption, as Ray follows a mysterious voice that leads him to meet different people who are connected to his past and his love for baseball. One of the people he meets is Terrence Mann, a reclusive author who helps him understand the meaning of his field and his dreams.
And this is just, it was, I'll never forget the tagline of the movie. It was a major league love story in a minor league town. And that pretty much sums it up. This is a great and vivid sort of tone poem to the bus leagues and to a guy who's one guy, which is Crash Davis, who is at the end of his dream, if you will, to become a baseball player. And he loved it with a really understated passion that runs throughout the movie beautifully. And then you have Nuke LaLoosh, who's played by Tim Robbins, who has $1 million arm and a 10-cent head, as they say in the movie. And he is just callow youth. He appreciates nothing. And they both fall for the same woman, who's played by Susan Sarandon, who deserved every award that year. I don't know who won the Oscar that year, but they didn't deserve it. It should have been given to Susan Sarandon. It's one of the great female characters.
3. For Love of the Game 1999. For Love of the Game is a sports drama film that stars Kevin Costner as Billy Chappell, an aging baseball pitcher who is about to play his last game for the Detroit Tigers. He faces the New York Yankees, who are trying to clinch the division title, while also dealing with his on and off relationship with Jane Aubrey, played by Kelly Preston. The film alternates between the present game and flashbacks of Billy and Jane's romance, as well as Billy's career highlights and struggles.
Me too.
Who's hearing voices?
Ray is. I think I know what "if you build it, he will come" means.
Ooh, why do I not think this is such a good thing?
Daddy, there's a man out there on your lawn.
do you think?
You look real to me.
Hi!
You couldn't see it.
This is really interesting.
You believed in the magic. It happened. Isn't that enough?
Annie, it's more than that. I feel it as strongly as I've ever felt anything in my life. There's a reason. Go the distance. Did you hear the voice too? Did you hear it?
Go the distance.
Yes.
Doc Graham is dead. He died in 1972.
Are you Moonlight Graham?
No one's called me Moonlight Graham in 50 years.
Unbelievable.
It's more than that. It's perfect.
You build a baseball.
How do you like to be kissed?
Little boys buy cars with your picture on
They
them.
buy those for the god.
What's the problem, Billy? Talk to me.
You don't want to talk. You just want to give me your version of why she quit.
Five. The Longest Yard 1974. The Longest Yard is a classic prison sports comedy drama that features Burt Reynolds as Paul Crewe, a disgraced former NFL quarterback who is sentenced to 18 months in a Florida prison. There, he is coerced by the sadistic warden Hazen, Eddie Albert, to form a team of inmates to play against the guards in a football game. Crewe recruits a diverse and colorful group of convicts, including Samson, Richard Keel, a giant weightlifter, caretaker, James Hampton, a clever and friendly inmate, and Nate Scarborough, Michael Conrad, a former pro player who becomes Crewe's coach.
Local legend Roy Tin Cup McAvoy, the best player to never hit the big time.
It's an easy game, this golf.
Wasn't going anywhere.
It's gotta be the woman.
I thought you said it was a virus.
Well, a woman can have the same effect.
But ever since Dr. Molly Griswold got inside his head,
I think I'm in love with you.
he's been changing his whole approach.
From the moment I first saw you, I knew I was through with bar girls and strippers and motorcycle chicks and stunned, huh? Tell me you're not at least moderately attracted to me.
You have moments, Roy.
Yeah, well, you tell me which ones are my moments and I'll try and duplicate them. Just thinking about how to get in your heart.
This could take all night.
Come on, you guys!
6. Semi-Tough 1977. Semi-Tough is a sports comedy film that parodies the self-help movement and the American football culture. It stars Burt Reynolds, Chris Christopherson, and Jill Clayburgh as three friends who are involved in a love triangle. The film is based on a novel by Dan Jenkins, but it deviates from the original story by adding a subplot about a self-improvement program called BEAT, led by a charismatic guru named Friedrich Bismarck. The film mocks the absurdity and hypocrisy of the BEAT seminars, which promise to transform the participants into confident and successful people, but actually manipulate and brainwash them.
The stud. The All-American. The All-Amazing. A joker of a jock who laughed all the way to prison.
Paul Crewe, the Wrecking Crew. Anybody who is pro football's most valuable player has got something special.
Did you ever do it standing up?
All right, let's move it.
A hero so special, he gets special treatment.
They'll put you in the oven. Rise and shine. It's room service. How do you like them apples? Superstar.
Shaving points off of a football game, man, that's un-American.
7. Fear Strikes Out 1957. Fear Strikes Out is a biographical drama film that tells the story of Jimmy Pearsall, a baseball player who struggled with mental illness and his father's pressure. The film stars Anthony Perkins as Pearsall and Carl Malden as his father. The film is based on Pearsall's memoir of the same name, co-written with Al Hirschberg. The film depicts Pearsall's rise from the sandlots of Waterbury, Connecticut, to the Boston Red Sox, where he played as a shortstop and an outfielder. Along the way, he faced his father's high expectations and harsh criticism, as well as his own anxiety and insecurity.
My daughter living with two of my players.
I'm not sleeping with him, Daddy.
Well, that's what I mean. Ain't normal.
Now, they're all playing together in Semi-Tough.
Okay, guys, I give. You got me.
The story of two guys, a girl, and a football. And all the wonderful people they meet on the way to the Super Bowl.
TJ, you pull that girl back, you hear? We got a big game Sunday.
Their spiritual advisor.
Why can't we go to the bathroom if we have to?
Because you can't.
The men who inspire them.
Time was this country was pure. There was people you could look up to. Lombardi, MacArthur, J. Edgar Hoover.
And the women who admire them.
How could we have so much fun and not end up in bed together?
It's all about passes, but not the kind you throw. It's all about scoring, but not on the field.
Are you kinky?
8. $1 Million Baby 2004. $1 Million Baby is a sports drama film that tells the story of Maggie Fitzgerald, a waitress who dreams of becoming a professional boxer. She convinces Frankie Dunn, a grizzled trainer, to coach her and they form a close bond. Maggie rises to the top of the women's boxing division, but faces a tragic fate after a brutal injury in the ring. One of the topics that the film explores is the performance of the actors who played athletes. Hilary Swank, who portrayed Maggie, is widely praised for her convincing and powerful portrayal of a boxer. Nine. The Replacements 2000. The Replacements is a comedy film about a group of misfit football players who are hired as substitutes during a strike by the professional league. The film follows the journey of Shane Falco, Keanu Reeves, a former college star who gets a second chance to prove himself as a quarterback under the guidance of coach Jimmy McGinty, Gene Hackman, along with his teammates, who include a receiver who can't catch, a soccer player who can't kick, a cop who can't control his temper, a sumo wrestler who can't fit in his helmet, and a convict who can't stay out of trouble. Falco must overcome his fears and doubts to lead the team to victory.
Haben Sie Ihrer Tochter geschrieben?
Jede Woche.
Sie scheint Fortschritte zu machen.
Als ob ihr jemand geholfen hätte.
Ich sehe, Sie beobachten mich.
Ja, aus Mitleid.
Sagen Sie das nicht, wenn es nicht wahr ist. Ich habe nichts, wenn ich hierfür zu alt bin.
Wenn ich Sie nehme,
Ich verspreche, ich werde hart arbeiten.
dann zweifeln Sie nie an mir und ich versuche zu vergessen, dass Sie ein Mädchen sind. Also, wie heißt die Regel?
Immer auf meine Deckung aufzupassen.
Gut.
Versuch einen Mann zu finden, der dich heiratet. Wenn die Leute hören, was du tust, lachen sie dich aus.
Außer dir habe ich niemanden, Frankie.
10. Point Break 1991. Point Break is a crime action film that features Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, Laurie Petty and Gary Busey as the main actors. The film revolves around the undercover investigation of a group of bank robbers who are also surfers, led by the charismatic Body Swayze. The film explores the themes of adrenaline, loyalty, and identity, as the FBI agent Johnny Utah Reeves becomes fascinated by the surfer's lifestyle and philosophy. The film is also known for its thrilling action sequences, such as skydiving, surfing, and chasing, that showcase the skills and stunts of the actors and other extreme athletes.
Thinking I can never live without you by my side.
The Lord is by your side.
And then I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong. And I grew strong.
And you know I hate this damn song.
I learned how to get along and so you back.
Cheers, babes.
I'm okay.
Not again.
We got this.
What do you do here, John?